Yo, what's good and welcome back to the channel. Today we coming back with another episode of Road to WTT. I don't even know what episode we on, but yeah, I forgot. I'm not naming them anymore. So today is very interesting episode. We are at Edmonton Invitational. As you can hear by my voice, I'm still a little bit sick. This tournament took place literally 2 days after I was struggling with my illness, a 40-degree fever, and all that good jazz. But we're here to compete because my club invited Canadian national team member to come practice and play the tournament, and a lot of people were actually invited. A lot of people were invited to the tournament, but it was kind of last minute, so not everybody showed up. There were a couple of people from Vancouver invited, from Calgary, but it's Matthew Lemon. I'll just write it down on the screen so you can see his name. National team player, was on an Pan Am team for Canada with Eugene and Edward Lee. A very good player, and it was good challenge for us in this Road to WTT series to see where we measure ourselves against these type of players. Because if we can compete with somebody like him, then it means that we are on our way, and it means that we can maybe pull off a game or two in WTTs maybe. But yeah, today I'm gonna be showing you a lot of my lowlights because this tournament was very weird, and the phrase playing down or up to competition is definitely noticeable in my game today. First game I'm playing against my good friend Humbert, who's usually a defender, but he pulled off offensive racket and said I'm going to be attacking today. So I'm like, okay, which was probably a little bit more confusing for me. I couldn't. I used to play him when he plays defense, right? So it was a little bit weird, but there's not an excuse for me. I should have been playing a lot better, and I can say that against a lot of the people today. And you know, it was one of those weird days where I couldn't make a shot, and I knew why, but I just couldn't fix it. You know, so people who I should be beating easily, I was not playing well, and thus a lot of difficult games was in this tournament, and I think it's mainly my fault because some of the games I was coming out and was of the mindset that okay, let's save energy because we have a big game at the end of the tournament, so we need to save as much energy as possible. But then at the same time, I wasted a lot more energy because those games ended up being longer than they were supposed to. So yeah, it's a kind of a double-sided coin. I'm not sure of which mindset I should have picked probably. But yeah, and against Hedberg it's 1-1 currently, and every game was 11-9, and third game will not be different. And you can see I'm just I'm just not it. And honestly, it was my first tournament in a while where I actually felt a little nerves coming before the tournament. I was a little nervous, mainly because we playing against such a good competition this tournament. I was like, I wanted to show my best. But also, I was not sure if I can do that because I'm just coming off absolutely nasty sickness, right? So it's very weird, but we just have to rely on my skills and see where it takes us. Game number 4 against Humbert. I'm showing you a lot of points that I won, and mostly because they were like spectacular. Here I'm taking a timeout. It's the final game. It's 2-2. And why am I showing you this? It's because I took a timeout and Henberg just left, and I ended up waiting for him for quite some time. And I just want to say, like show an example to the younger players out there that this is not really. Don't do that to your opponents, please. This is very disrespectful, and in normal tournaments this would not be allowed. And Henbert, I love you, but this was kind of this was a bad move. But it ended up being 7-7 after that timeout, and I ended up winning the last 4 points, 11-7. Yeah, first game of the tournament, and I'm already running on fumes, because I just didn't play good, and whatever factor that may be. Maybe sometimes my legs weren't working so well, even though my knees feel pretty good. sometimes, yeah, just making silly mistakes. And as you can see, I'm playing my second game of the day against Sneha, and I'm making some stupid mistakes, right? She's just keeping the ball on the table, and I'm just missing everything. Again, another receive of the serve, and here we go. 0-1 down again. Yeah, if we want to play good this tournament, we're gonna have to fix this one. Second game we're starting, and we started off with a good point, but we end up going 1-7 down in this one. And yeah, I didn't want to go 0-2 down, so we're gonna, yeah, I was trying my best to not go 2-0 down. And as you can see right now, I'm gonna be down 9-10 in this one, but unfortunately I do go 0-2 down. So from 1-7 down to 9-10, I almost came back, but it still wasn't good enough. Here I lose my 2 points in a row to start, and as you can hear me screaming, I can't do anything. I'm screaming. Yeah, I had to start playing much better. I had to show the will to victory. Victory, as my dad used to say, is like, if you can't play good, you need to show your will. So a lot of the games, these early games, were that I had to show will to victory, and this point right here was probably one of the crucial ones, because here my backhand goes to go. Also, sorry about the camera angle. We're not a lot of space in our gym, so had to put it where the only space was available, right? But yeah, 1 point changed the game, where I just won 1 point and just started running with it. I caught a little rhythm. As you can see, I'm starting to step back a little bit more, make sure it's on the table, and then whenever I had the chance, that's where I started attacking more powerfully. And yeah, it's 1-2 down. As you can see, step back, and then I rather play further from the table and make those than miss everything near the table. And yeah, slowly but surely we came back to 2-2. Thank God I didn't lose this game, because that would have been very embarrassing, especially with the competition we had at this tournament. Yeah, I couldn't have. I couldn't have showed my level to the other guys by losing this game. Game number 3 of the day, we're playing against one of our own in our gym, Ko Yen. Hopefully I say his last name right. Listen, the kid can play. His rating is only like 400, but he can play almost like 2,000 rating, I'd say. But again, 0-1 down we go, and I just couldn't get my stuff back together. But I didn't go 0-2 down this time, so I picked my game up a little bit earlier this time, and as you can see, not a lot of highlights even, because it was much easier game. No offense to Koa, but yeah, we win in this one 3-1, and we're moving on. Here we go with probably the most difficult games of the tournament. We're playing against Lucas. He's one of the coaches here in our gym, and he has his own injury problems. As you can see, he's playing with a belt around his back. He had some back issues, but still can't underestimate him, because he's a very good player. I got this beautiful strawberry to go. Shout out to Anders Lind. I got that from him. And yeah, this game I was taking very seriously, and it definitely helped me, because hey, Lucas getting mad over there, but we win this game 3-0, mainly because I just took this game very, very seriously, and also I just knew how to play against Lucas. I was very reliant on my backhand, and I was not rushing, even though you can see me sometimes I'm putting like 100% into my backhand, but that's what I needed to do with the lower rated people. I just needed to make sure it's on the table, not play super fast, because there was no need for it, right? All you had to do is just put the ball on the table, and in my early games I wasn't doing that. I had my little nerves going on, which is okay. I usually deal with them pretty good, but you know, sometimes life throws at you lemons, so you gotta make some lemonade. I beat Lucas 3-0. As you can see, he was kind of kind of playing around after me beating him. And we're moving on to game number, I believe it's 5 against Sanuka. Sanuka is still a young kid. He played a couple of youth WTTs and did pretty well in them. I believe he even won one. And he is definitely going to be a problem to deal with in the future. He is very good. He is already causing me problems. And he's going to win the first game again, because I lose my first game to almost everybody. But yeah, Sanuka is practicing in Sri Lanka. He's practicing here in Alberta. He is going to different tournaments, and you can see you can see progress on him every time I play against him. Last time you saw me playing against him in a tournament in Calgary, and he caused me a lot of trouble there. And in this tournament, he caused me a lot of trouble. As you can see, he's 1-0 down, 1-0 up, I mean. And I had to change my game again, because backhand to backhand in these exchanges, he was a little bit faster than me. Maybe where I have more spin and maybe a little bit more control, he was just a little bit faster than me. And as you can see, my backhand was not up to par today. So yeah, I had to find my ways around that, and tactically I'm a little bit more experienced, so I have that over him right now. But as you can see, his backhand is very nice, but his forehand short game is what needs to be worked on, and that's where I was exploding this game. I was trying to go to his forehand and then playing from there. But yeah, there's a couple of people who are going to be causing us problems, and you're going to see next game I'm going to play in GoGo, which I lost to her last tournament. But yeah, we're going to get to that game soon. But Sanuka did very good job. I was very impressed with him. But will to victory, as I said before in this episode, had to show it to myself that even though I'm tired and it's easy to give up, because sometimes the game is just not there. You need to show that you have the moral strength, you had the psychological strength to win these games, and end up beautiful backhand to finish the game. And we're moving on to play GoGo. I lost to her in the last tournament, in the last episode of WTT that I showed. Even though I got first place, she still beat me in that tournament. And in this one, I was taking her very serious, and I was coming for revenge. And surprisingly for this tournament, I win my first game. Very dominantly. As you can see, I already was trying to pull out the aces out of my sleeve in my first game. What I find works against her is my forehand flick. Whenever I flip the ball from my forehand, and that's what I was trying to use the most. And after winning the first game, I put a lot of energy into my second game, because I wanted that breathing space for myself, because if it was 1-1, the game would be a lot more difficult. And unfortunately for me, I was 10-7 up. Here, GoGo ties it up at 10-10. At 10-10, I go beautiful backhand to go. 11-10 up. Unfortunately, I mistake on the short game. It's 11-11, 12-11 for GoGo, and yeah, unfortunately for me, I will end up losing this game. And it was very disappointing, because this I was betting on winning this game and getting myself a little bit of breathing space, because I needed energy. I needed energy to beat her, but she's just doing a very good job of playing on the table, playing very fast, and using that her Chinese style plus female style, where they play on the table so close. And yeah, after the game was 1-1, that's where the game started kind of slipping away from me. And this game, I was just, I almost gave up in this game. GoGo destroyed me this game, so she will go 2-1 up, and this is the end of the game where I got a beautiful backhand forehand flip to go. But yeah, 2-1 down, but I didn't want to go down with the ship, so I had to change something. What we changed at the end of the day, I was trying to play a little bit further from the table, but more on the table, just like I did maybe with Sneha. and just play stronger but further from the table, which helped me a lot. Also, a lot of things that I did is serve from the forehand side, which helped me cover the table with my backhand more. And you can see it kind of worked for me in a lot of times. So I'm gonna be working on the serves from different points of the table because I usually don't do that. But my reverse pendulum serve from the forehand side was actually a lifesaver in some situations because nobody saw me serve from there. And yeah, we here in the final game, I start off beautifully with forehand flick and forehand topspin to close it out, and then I do a couple of stupid mistakes and then lone serve, which helps GoGo to attack. But the idea is correct there. That I serve and then I cover everything with my backhand because forehand, even though forehand may be a little bit more, should I say, more consistent side, my backhand is my secret weapon, I'd say. So my backhand needs to be used a lot more, I believe. So forehand side serve should help me a lot. And yeah, I was going all out in this game because I wanted to win. And even though some balls might not work out for me, you just need to be staying positive. And I was trolling, screaming on as hard as I can. And even though I could have called timeout here because it was a tie game, I believe it was 7-7 at this point, I get two beautiful serves and backhand attacks to go to get myself 9-7 up. Beautiful point on her serve where I get my backhand down the line to go, and 10-7, and then we finish with the beautiful backhand down the line to go. We are going into the, I guess, final game against Matthew Lemon, the national team player from Canada, and it was a great game to measure myself against this kind of competition. Matthew is 2,990 rating, so 3,000 rating. It's 500 points over me in Canadian rating. I'm not sure what his US rating will be, but I believe maybe somewhere around there. But we start off great. 4-0 up. I'm putting all of the points from this game. Usually I put the best bits. I want you to see every point from this game. As you see from my good 4-0 start, it's already 5-5. And where I started very well, Matthew kind of took over the game from there. And here I'm down 5-7, but I was looking for different ways to attack him. You know what's crazy? I was researching him before games because I wanted to know what's his playing style is like. And I saw a YouTube comment on one of his games on YouTube where it's like, why didn't nobody pushes him to play backhand, because he's playing a lot like a penhold style where he's trying to cover everything with his forehand. And I was like, I'm gonna use this comment. So I did play everything through backhand. I'm game 1 11-8, and we moving on. So I was like, yeah, I might as well push him to his backhand side, and then we're just gonna see from there, because his forehand indeed is better than his backhand, and I need to use that to my advantage. Also, from my experience from junior level, I kind of know how to play against left-handed players, so that experience helped me a lot. And you can see Matthew sometimes puts a lot of quality on the ball, but I believe I was much better than him tactically, even though I missed a couple of shots, and those misses actually show that I have so much more room to improve. Beautiful point right there. I have so much more room to improve, and it gives me a lot of optimism for the future, because if I can compete with people like Matthew right now, beautiful down the line serve, it shows that Waldner's serve works even against left-handed players, and yeah, beautiful backhand flick, finish, and we are 2-0 up. Very nice. And this third game, because I was 2-0 up, I was like shark in water. Beautiful backhand down the line. I was like a shark smelling blood. I was like, okay, this is the game. We're not letting Matthew get any more games. If we want to win this, we need to finish this right now, and I was going for it. From the start of the game, I was 4-1 up. Matthew was getting close, but not close enough. Yeah, I got lucky in a couple of them, but beautiful forehand again. And where I was struggling against all my other competition in this tournament, I played one of the probably most perfect games against Matthew. In terms of tactical, and I believe I wasn't making a lot of mistakes like that, even though there were, like this one, for example. So yeah, we win this game 3-0. We beat national team player from Canada, which gives me a lot of optimism for where this series could take us in the future. And yeah, we finished this game 11-8. It was beautiful. I will leave you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, sign up for memberships, because you're gonna get videos like these in full, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.